Welcome to your mat class. I was thinking today we're going to focus on obliques, which will stretch out both sides of your spine. Sometimes when we get tight, one side of the spine gets tighter than the other. Go ahead and start seated today, and you're going to bend your knees and place your feet flat. And then from here, you're going to round your spine and scoop the abdominals back for me and feel that stretch of the spine, and then pull yourself forward, arching your spine forward, and doing that again, rounding the spine, pulling yourself back, and then inhale, arching, pulling yourself forward. And we're just going to rock back and forth between the two. This looks great. Just going back and forth, feeling where one side of the spine might be tighter than the other, feeling that you can close the rib cage here. 3 more times like this. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And exhale. So I'm going to scoot forward a little bit on my mat. And then from here, you're going to start to reach the arms forward. Shoulders are plugged into the sockets and start to roll backwards. Feel right about where your tailbone is. Go over that area to the sacrum. Curl forward, stretching out your back, sit on it. And doing that again, rolling down backwards. Good. Curling forward, sitting up. And again for 3. Curling forward, sitting up. Everyone looks great. 4. 5. 6. 2 more times like this. 7. Last one is 8. You're going to hold here, closing the rib cage. Can you float the arms up by the ears and come back down? Good. And again, this looks great. You want to think about keeping the rib cage closed. If you don't feel your abs shaking, you can go backwards a little bit. And 4. Exhale to lift the arms. Inhale to lower. 6. So good. 7. 8. 2 more times like this. 9. And 10. Just hold it here. Come out of it and reset if you need. Yes, I know. Inhale, roll backwards 2 inches, up 2 inches. And you're keeping that curve of the spine. Yes. So it's little pulses. Yes. Perfect. And 3. 4. Good. 5. 6. Good. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Let's roll all the way down to the floor. Hopefully we're a little warmer now. Good. From here, take your arms to a V and take your legs to tabletop for me. Good. So you want to try to keep the shins parallel to the floor. If your hip flexors bug you because you have to sit a lot for work, I always say you can take the feet a little bit higher. And then let's just rock the knees over to the right. You can let the back of the left hip come up off the floor. And then exhale, close the rib cage, bring yourself back to center. Good. Inhale over to the left. And then exhale, closing the rib cage, coming back to center. Just going back and forth between the two, massaging out the low back and back to center. Good. Inhale over and back to center for 4. Inhale over, back to center for 5. Inhaling over, back to center for 6. Inhale over, back to center for 7. Inhale over, back to center for 8. Good. Hug knees into chest for me. Good. From here, go ahead and place your feet down on the mat. Can bring them a little further away from you. Reach the arms up over the head. From here, can you bring the arms forward, curling the body forward, scooping the abs in, walking yourself up to seated. Okay, let's take the soles of the feet together, the knees apart, little stretch forward for me. Just because I know the hip flexors, if you've had to work and things a lot, sit a lot, can really talk to you. And then let's get into the next thing. So from here, you're going to reach your arms out in front of you. You're going to slightly twist to the right, like you're driving a car and you're turning the steering wheel. You're going to roll down on the right side of your body just till your bottom rib cage touches, and then sit back up. And again, for 2, staying on the right. Beautiful. And sitting up. Good. 3. Scooping the abs to come up. Nice. 4. If your hips are tight, you might feel like little muscle knots as you roll back and forth on the hips. 6. Good. 7. 8. 2 more times like this. 9. And 10. Good. Take the soles of the feet together, knees apart, stretch forward. All right. Let's layer on to this. So from here, reach the arms in front of you, feet are flat, twist to the right, roll down backwards about 1/3 of the way. Now from here, you're going to take your right leg to tabletop for me. Inhale, roll backwards 2 inches as you reach the right leg forward. Exhale, curl up, bring knee to chest. Nice. Inhale back and exhale up for 2. So good. 3. 4. Excellent. 5. Breathe into it if you're feeling tightness or tension. 6. That's really normal when we work out. Our bodies start like all these, my friend says the issues are in the tissues. So everything starts moving around and then we're like, what is this? 2 more times like this. Last one. Good. Let's take that hip stretch again, opening out the hips. Good. All right. Let's take the other side. So we can feel both of our, a lot of times what happens with our hip flexors is they're tight, but they're also weak. So if you have to sit a lot for work, then those get locked short. So when we work them, it actually helps loosen them up, which helps loosen up the low back. But it doesn't make it feel any better, but that helps you feel like you're on the right track. So from here, when you're ready, reaching the arms out in front of you, twist to the left. Inhale, roll backwards toward your left rib cage. Exhale to roll up. Nice. And again for 2. 3. 4. So good, everyone. 5. 6. Excellent. 7. 8. 2 more times like this. 9. And 10. Good. Take a quick hip opener. Good. Stretching forward, little breaks. Good. All right. Then from here, you're going to place the feet flat. Twist a little to the left, roll backwards, take that left leg to tabletop. Here we go. Inhale, reach forward and squeeze the abdominals in. Exhale to scoop the abdominals in as you come forward. Looking great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more times like this. 9, and 10. Last hip stretch like this, reaching forward. Good. Opening out the hips, rocking from side to side. All right. From here, I'm going to have you go ahead and come on down to your elbows for me. So it looks like we're lounging at the beach, but we're not. We're going to take our legs to tabletop and we're going to mimic that movement that we did on the floor. So inhale, rock your knees to the right. Exhale, bring everything back to center. Good, rocking your knees to the left. Yes, and good, right, and center. So we're really working into the obliques, but all the movements we're doing are also massaging the backs of the hips. You can feel like when we're rolling back and rolling forward, I can feel that one knot in my hip that was like kerching. So I'm sure, you know, everyone's probably feeling the same. Yes. 2 more times like this. 1 more time right. 1 more time left. Good. All right. So from here, you're going to go ahead. You have 2 options. You can lay down on the floor if your neck and shoulders are a little touchy, or if you want, you can come up onto your elbow. I'm going to do up onto the elbow so I have a little bit more upper body, but either way is fine. You want to push the floor away, feeling the underneath part of, like, sometimes I put my hand down there and check and make sure that my muscle underneath my armpit is working there. Okay, so let's rotate the top knee up to the ceiling and back down. So if your hips are tight, my clients always hear me say a lot, motion is lotion. So that was what the artistic director of the dance company always used to say to us. And so getting a little bit of movement in there will help warm everything up. If you have to sit a lot for work, some of the ligaments in your pelvis tend to, over time, not to scare anybody, that they can get a little lax. So by strengthening the muscles around the pelvis, it helps support the low back. Good. 5 more like this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses back for me, and really squeeze this muscle right here. That's your gluteus medius. 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift your top leg and foot. Flex the foot. Exhale. Extend that leg. Inhale. And 2. Great, everyone. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it here. Soft point of the toe, little lift of the leg for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. So from here, you're going to straighten both legs out. You're still on your elbow, but we'll get you off in a second. Reach your top arm up over your head. Now, this is a little bit more advanced, but I know that you can all do it. So you're going to roll backwards slightly, lifting your legs up. I know you can do this. So yes, good. And then coming back down. Yes. All right. Perfect. 2. See, now you know it's not that tricky. It just looks really, looks really impressive. 3. Good. 4. And it's massaging out that bottom hip, especially so if some of you have to do it on a not as squishy mat, you're probably like, oh, yes, it is. 2 more times like this. 9. Last one is 10. Good. Bend your knees for me. Keep them pretty stacked. Hold on to your shin. Just stretch out your side. So good. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to go ahead and turn to face the other end of the mat and want to do a little upper body. So you're going to cross. We're going to do or hip for sure. But in the meantime, you're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee, or whichever leg you just worked, that's the one you're going to cross over the foot that's on the floor. Just roll from side to side again. So we mimic that motion, and we're opening up the hips a lot. Yeah. And we're just flexing the foot, opening the chest. Fingertips can point outwards. So I might be a little hard to see there. Good. Good. Now, turn your fingertips a little bit more forward, not too much. Lift your hips. Let's take a tricep dip or 10. So bend your elbows and straighten for 10. 9. Beautiful. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Come on down. Good. All right. Shake out your arms. All right. Here we go. Swing your legs around. And let's go to the other side. So you're going to come onto your elbow for me. You're going to stack your knees. Good. Rotate the top knee up toward the ceiling and back down. Good. And again, 2. 3. Excellent. 4. 5. So good. 6. 7. 8. Really concentrating on that crease in the side of the hip. My friend used to call it her shish kebab muscle. So if you can think you have a little dimple there, it's good. Hold, give me little pulses back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lifting the top foot and leg. Extend that leg out. Bend your knee into your chest. And again for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like you're pushing through water. 9. Usually we do this like bands and weights and things like that. But if you can't, hopefully you're still feeling your hips. Point, soft point of your toe. Good. And lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. So here we go. You're going to straighten out both legs for me. Reach your top arm up over your head. And then you're going to roll backwards onto your hip as you reach towards your toes and come back down. Nice. And again, 2. Good. 3. It is kind of fun to make the bigger movements. 4. 5. 6. Yes. 7. 8. 2 more times like this. 9. And 10. Good. Bend your knees. Sit yourself up. Stretch. Good. Beautiful, everyone. All right, and then let's not forget our tricep dips on the other side. So whichever leg you worked, that's the one you cross over. You flex the foot, roll from side to side, opening the chest. Good. Yes. So good. Just 2 more rocks back and forth here, loosening up the hips. All right, now turning the fingertips slightly forward, keeping the chest open, lifting the hips. Can you point the elbows back and then straighten? It's easier said than done. Sometimes my elbows are like, we don't bend that way. Everyone's doing great. 6, 7, 8, 2 more times like this, 9 and 10. Really nice. Good, everyone. All right, we're going to do a little bit more for the upper body, but in the meantime, just sit soles of feet together, knees apart, stretch out your triceps a little bit. Take a few deep breaths here. Good. Now taking your arm up over your head, give that a pull. Pat yourself on the back. And then let's switch sides. So other arm. Good. And then up over the head, pat yourself on the back. Really good. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and come on to hands and knees. Turn the fingertips out a little bit, and then just round your spine and arch your back, giving your body a little bit of a stretch in the neck and shoulders. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and continue our work with obliques. You're going to step both legs back into a plank. Tucking the tailbone under, gazes forward. Good. Now, tilt both heels to the left. And then as you're here, lift the hips up, contracting the bottom oblique. Inhale, come forward. And again for 2. Yes, and both of my heels stay pointed to my left, so I'm getting a nice little stretch up the sides of my legs and in my waist. Great, everyone. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Three more like this. 3, 2, and 1. Spin your heels back to the center, bend your knees. Let's go ahead and separate the knees, come back into a child's pose. Great work, everyone. And then walk your hands over to the right so that you can stretch out your left oblique. Breathe into the left side of the body. Good. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Walk your hands over to the left to stretch out the right side of the body. Come forward. We have one more side to go, one more oblique to go. All right, I always repeat the same jokes, but you know, we don't want a 3-pack. We don't want to end up with a 3-pack, so I guess we'll do the other side. So you go into a plank, turning your heels to the right for me, your toes to the left. Pike the hips up, feeling the contraction in the underneath right side of the body. Inhale, come forward. And again, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. Yes. 6. 7. 8. 2 more times like this. 9. And 10. Good. Bringing your knees down. From here, center your left wrist underneath your left shoulder. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling for me. And then thread your arm underneath, finding a stretch underneath that shoulder. Just stay here and breathe for a second. 2 deep breaths. And exhale. Come back to center. And then reaching left arm up toward the ceiling. Thread the needle. Bring your arm underneath. And stretch. Yes, and this right fingertips are tented. It's a very modern dance. The pose. Good. Bring yourself on up. Let's sit on the heels. Interlace the hands behind the back. Heels of the hands together, elbows toward one another. So sometimes it feels good to stretch the elbows apart, but try for today with the wrists together and see what happens as you look up toward the ceiling. Maybe using the back of your neck to massage out your tight neck muscles. So the trapezius muscles at the tops of the shoulders. Good. And then make little fists and stick your thumbs inside and just tap out your shoulder muscles, little taps. Good. Brush off any tension. All right. And that was your obliques class for today. So I hope you enjoyed it.